Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to Geneva. Just want to quickly check on sound. It's a little bit difficult because there's an EasyJet fairly near to my position that's idling away, so there's a fair bit of ambient noise. I would have taken a few more minutes, except the plane that is out of shot is on its way to JFK. So I'm just looking straight to the bottom of the chat. I can see the image on the screen. I just want somebody to say where we are with sound. In the meantime, I'm going to plough on and I might pick it up from the bottom of the chat because the heat is very onerous, as you might expect. I've not checked the temperature yet. I've not had a lot of time. So how well we do. The camera is under a brolly. I've got a little fan cooling the electronics, but it's basically recirculating very warm air, and a sunscreen over the box. I'm just going to quickly show you down the panorama terrace. That's the left hand side. I'll not go to the right hand side because I can see somebody's face, so I know the authorities are rightly cautious about people being broadcast without consent. So Swiss are on the way out with my target plane of the day, an A330-300. Although I think we also have an 800 iteration in later, but that is Kuwait. So, Alexandra Wood, good afternoon to you. Ooh, Scottish Linda's got an optician's appointment. Hope that goes well, Linda. Crikey, we're rolling already. That was a turn and burn by A330 standards. Just going to put you on a standing shot for the minute. Turkish will cut into, they'll encroach as you can see at the minute. Give me a chance to say hi's in the chat. Alibi 58, hi to you. Rab H, of course you're 1 hour behind me. I may get tangled up with this good morning, good afternoon thing. Remember Brussels? Andy P, good morning to you. Craig McLean, 2 thumbs up. Akira Cat 13, Dreamweaver, how you been keeping? Hope all is good. Hey up, John Kenneth Williams, Linda Cooper, The Ledge. That's what's missing from this trip, Linda Cooper. And she's got local knowledge. Good morning, Rick Lee. Gordon Hunter, hi to you. Lee Murdoch. Maverick 79. How you doing, Mav? Welcome to Geneva. It's going to be fascinating how today plays out. I estimate we'll get somewhere, signal permitting and all that, anything up to about 3:30 this afternoon. I'm going to have to allow a bit more time for taking it all back to bits again, because obviously I've got the train journey and I'm not quite sure where to go for that. Can't be hard. Normally I look for a YouTube clip, one of those walkthroughs, but I didn't. So back to the chats. Now W, good afternoon to you, because it's definitely good afternoon where you are. I haven't seen the rest of your comment yet. I'm going to lay very short odds it's hot where you are. I think everywhere we overflew on the way here. Looked hot and sticky. Les Donaldson, good morning to you, Sir Les. Hi, Graham S61. Hello, Stephen Woodall. Thank you so much, kind praise. Nell, glad you're loving it. It really is a fantastic location. We'll have a bit of a camera pan in a bit. I think I will have to have some water as well fairly quickly. Right, I think I'm there. Hottest. Exactly that, Nell. Exactly that. Sun's behind me at the minute, which is kind of helpful for the old eyes, but I think I'll have to put the cap on back to front and go for the old bad boy look. Shout out as well for Jack Christie and his dad Kia, who I met with at Edinburgh this morning. Presented Jack with his PSA cap. Even managed to multitask with a sausage roll, not a sausage roll, sorry, a sausage bat perhaps, and a skinny latte. My concession to healthy living. So the challenge we've really got today is, will the electronics cope with the conditions? At the minute, they're not seeing a huge amount of sunshine, because I've got it covered as best I can. But the air temperature is onerous. Well, for me anyway. Well, if you live here, but it's perfect. So next to go will be an EasyJet to Nantes. Lined up. Of course, EasyJet, or not of course, if you didn't already know it, EasyJet are the largest airline here by volume of flights. They've got a large hub here. Quick snatch in the background. I believe you pronounce this, or certainly you spell it, the Jura Mountains, Juliet Uniform Romeo Alpha. So for me that's Jura. So where did we get to with the chat? Maverick 79. So generous, thank you so much mate, great friend of the channel. Living Geneva, living life. Oh no man, in crutches again. You ain't come off the bike, have you? I can't do fireworks today because I'm giving the electronics as little work to do as humanly possible. Figure if I run light on everything, I might have a chance of getting us to the close. I think as it goes, Zurich might be slightly cooler tomorrow. Still hot. And I think all 3 days have an enhanced shower risk as well from early afternoon onwards. And I'd rather hope not, because I'm not terribly well equipped for that. I'll tell you what, Les, wouldn't that be a thing to reminisce with, bringing back a Monarch? Was it a 757? The whole 9 yards. Good morning, H. Dot. Oh, good morning to you. Good afternoon to me. Not by an awful lot, but there you go. Let's drive on down the chat while I'm in the zone. Bike's fine. Bus is near again. Old age, tell me about it. Although you're a lot younger than me, you don't actually qualify. That's got to be a telescope, hasn't it? Of course it has. Alibi, no need to rewind it. I'll take that on the chin. I'm going to be a fairly free and easy host, I think, in terms of trying to keep up with the chat. Just trying to keep an eye on the electronics. Make sure nothing's cooking. I've got this horrible feeling where 737 was it, Les? Still a magic memory, because you're right, the approach is gorgeous. I filmed it, the landing for members. I'll put a clip of that out once I've got myself home. Let's have a look at the tower, just in case I put that in the Halloween social. So members, you may want to note that. It was in the summer one, so a bit like we have to have a Sabina question. I figure we probably got to have, oh no, it was Zurich's tower, wasn't it? Not Geneva's. They just look the same. But I'm loving this panorama view. Oh, is that what it is? Oh, another Jura H dot. I like cheese, but I don't eat it these days particularly for health reasons, but I miss it terribly. Right, KLM no doubtedly off the Schiphol. There's Donaldson and Craig McLean. Your charity towards me has been cheerfully noted with your piling in with telescopes. Good afternoon, SE Aviation. I'm just going to tweak something a minute, so bear with me. That might be what I'm after. I've found what I've been looking for. I'll be honest with you, H. Dot, I think I committed a tactical faux pas. The location is brilliant, and I wished I'd done 2 days here and not just one here and 2 in Zurich. It was the only way, or the best way, I could fit it into a Friday, Saturday, Sunday kind of envelope. I hear you say, well, you could have done Monday and you could have done Thursday, but I think there's another reason why it didn't work that eludes me. I love that livery. I've said before when we've seen this, was it Brussels? Anyway, kind of reminds me of Malaysian with that swooshy fuselage. China Eastern with an A350-900. So there's quite a few heavies due out during the show. Not so much inbound, starting later. That's the price you kind of pay. Well, Lel and Rab, you know what it is? I've got a bit of a tower fetish. Sure what that is, but it kind of looks like a Pilates PC-12, although a bit hazy. Of course, Switzerland being the home of Pilates makes me say that all the time then. It's Pilates, it's Pilates. But as you'll see there, haze is pretty onerous. Sorry Les, I didn't think that qualified as singing. And to be fair, I'm letting my hair down. We were late out of Edinburgh, made time up. Geneva, for anybody that hasn't been here, is just like so efficient from the plane to the baggage carousel. And then it felt just like Edinburgh, had to wait quite a long time. Passport control, excellent. Probably the best line management I've ever seen anywhere. To be fair, Andy P, Barcelona and Madrid towers, well, what can I say? 50-50 shot. I've got to include one of them. I quite like the Madrid one. It kind of looks exotic. Barcelona one is a bit more Dusseldorfy, a bit utilitarian. Another way of saying ugly. Ah, loving it, Linda C. I'm on the TV, kicking back. Oh, kicking back. That's me kicking the tripod. The only thing is, I haven't quite got the optimal view on final approach, so they're going to come out from behind the tower. It's not worth chasing them longer than that. The haze will just be too onerous. So in a minute something's going to appear like a rabbit out of a hat. There you go. EasyJet. Easy. Right, China Eastern, or one of the Chinas, about to go. What a shot that is. Shame it'll be a little bit too hazy, but good afternoon, or good morning to you, Nick Gray. Members, you have got, well reminded Nick, we do have a condor emoji, because I'm pretty sure we were supposed to get one. We definitely do at Zurich. To be fair, I don't think I saw a condor when I scanned the list early doors this morning. I know they do fly to Geneva. Anyway, we're rolling. Doesn't look fast enough, does it? And of course I'm coming home on a 350. Have I mentioned that? where should we go? It's an aircraft on its way in. I'll see if I'll inquire casually to see what it is. Blimey, this tablet is too hot to touch already. You may lose me from the chat intermittently, but I'll tell you if that happens. Next in is reveal yourself, incoming aircraft. Well, flight radar ain't playing, so oh, Cathay. Is that Cathay? No, it's one of the Turkish, isn't it? Got the right size plane, right colour. Another artful bird emoji. Don't know what this one is. Is it an A-jet? Andalulu jet. There is a Cathay Pacific in our Swiss Odyssey, but not here. It'll be Zurich. So for those of you who like their aircraft background, unsurprisingly, this is the second busiest airport in Switzerland, behind Zurich. I guess that takes no speculating. Handled something in the region of 17 million passengers last year. So in the UK, that would make it probably about 5th busiest, a bit in front of Luton and Edinburgh. Runway track is a long one here, and you'd think there'd be more heavies, unless I'm getting my numbers all jumbled up, as well as my words. 3,900 metres in length, single track. I'll give you the designations in a minute as we welcome in a tap. If there was a tap next to me, as long as it's a cold one, I'd stick my head under it. Let me just give you a quick look at the heavies down at this end. So Air China in the foreground, Air Canada, a dinky little British Airways, I think that's a 320, and then behind that Delta. I think Qatar might be further along the parade, can't be entirely sure. I had seen an Etihad as well, but I'm going to guess that has gone because, oh, we've got a short VistaJet departure. I'm sure it's a Vista. Yeah. Right, my tablet is cooling itself down, so I'm just going to give it some first aid. So mods, I'm completely blind to the chat at the minute, but I think it's just going to be a temporary thing. Jesus Christ, that is hot. Jeez. Just putting it in the shade. Wow, that is just like taking something hot out the oven. So I'm going to have to wibble around a bit, I think, between the chat and... Can't believe that. That has actually burnt my fingers. I've only been live for about 20 minutes. Definitely egg frying territory. You can fry me. I've got that much sun cream on my arms and head, neck, etc. Right, let me have a little think what I could possibly do to improve the situation. Jeez Louise, that is hot. You know the saying about hot potatoes, actually moving that around was mental. I think while that cools down, I'm going to rely on using my phone. I'm just, no, never mind. Let's chase it. Need to achieve this. So I'm going to go bottom up in the chat, if you don't mind, as I'm a little bit behind. This MEA is blasting down the track. Because my tablet really doesn't want to live anymore. It has been scorched before, to be fair. Anyway, let's go bottom up. Right, Christian, I'm not going to pronounce your name correctly, but Christian Nitsch. I hope I've made a good effort with that. I'm just going to go bottom up. Loads of Bizjet emojis. Yeah, I think Rab H, as a gig, this is definitely on a different level to Zurich. Zurich, you don't know where to look. You've got that cross runway that feeds them out so regularly. I might need a bit of help with a bit of the cooling of the inbound planes if anyone fancies helping out with that. I'm just having to shield everything from the sun. Even my phone is now getting perilously hot. Good news is the camera feels pretty good. And I've not yet dare touch the encoder. Ooh, landing there. An interesting one there. Royal Air Maroc or somebody a bit like that. Beep, 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 beep. Nell, I thought you might like a bit of condor. Right, I think I'm caught up with the chat that I can see. So if there's anything gone before that, I do apologise. I've had my first malfunction of the show 4. Linda, I'm planning to finish at 3:30 local time, so 2:30 to you guys and girls in the UK. There's a lot of ifs and buts, because obviously if the kit decides that it wants to give up. Ooh, what's up there? That's the target. We've got a Kuwait A330 800 due out then. I don't want to be rushing from a train, you see. That's due out at 5 to 5. So there's a fair bit of time. But the lift, for anyone that's been to the panoramic terrace here, it's ridiculously small and it's very slow. Saying that, the facility is superb, so you can't have it all. Then, as we're saying, train to Zurich, really looking forward to that. A couple of changes and hopefully a runway facing view. What I might do tomorrow is do a short stream from the room, just for members, just to show you the view. Just for 20 minutes, half hour. If it's worth showing. So next departure is a Swiss A220. Well, I can't see it for looking. We'll stay with this Iberia that's on the push. Give me a chance to drink a bit of water. If I can remember where I put it. There we go. Yeah, that is vile. You wouldn't believe how fast chilled water can warm up. Good news is, there's a little cafe behind me. So I'm going to have the iciest of ice lollies afterwards. As always, folks, before I forget, and thank you to everyone that has, please do drop us a like nice and early. Always helps that extra yard. You're not kidding, Alibi. Last year when Eddie and I came off a hot shift at Zurich on the observation deck, we had a couple of ices and a couple of cokes, if I remember. I'm not sure what we paid, but I thought I'd bought around for everybody. Didn't care in the moment, to be honest. The steam coming off me. I think today could be a bit like that. Got my collar turned up, Eric Cantona style. That's as close as I get to the legend. Take the picture off Iberia and we start moving. Ooh, I see a super piece of kindness. Craig McLean gifting 5 memberships to the channel. Ooh, telescope alert. Come on, Mark, get there. Get there, get there, get there. I don't know, Alibi. Yeah, I think I'm okay. Saw a puff of smoke there. Came out of nowhere. Craig McLean, awesome support. As I was saying earlier, I'm not running fireworks today to give the box the easiest time I can electronically. Give it fewer functions to perform. Let's see who got those fantastic gifted memberships. Let's see what we got. Who's in our net? JetBlue 1441, 30 Lance, Robbie Tear, Skinner, and one that's hard to pronounce but lots of letters. Welcome aboard, all of you. Thank you, Linda Cooper. I guess that was one of the EasyJets that I stuffed up. One from Athens, the other from Mykonos. In the zone. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention that, didn't I? Les has got there ahead of me. It seems that we've got Pegasus here as well, in all days. Wherever I go, Pegasus are there too. So I guess it's the second of those EasyJets on final approach at the minute. Something like 49% of the movements here are EasyJets. Not hard to see why. So let's have a plunge back into the chat. Hey up, Christine Barnes. How are you keeping, Christine? It's part of a global plan now by EasyJet to colonise aviation as we know it. Them and Ryanair are the geniuses that are trying to do that. I have to say, my EasyJet flight today was excellent. It's So whereas Edinburgh Airport's passenger experience for me was poor, the actual EasyJet passenger thing was excellent. So next departure, is it going to reveal itself? Iberia to Madrid. Don't think I needed flight radar for that. Spotted some bits I want to share with you once this aircraft has got wheels up. The notion that Dassault have got a facility over here. It might not be this one, but that is definitely a Falcon. I'll just take it left to right. I think when I was looking on Spotter's guide at the satellite image, I'm sure I saw a flag that said something like Dassault Engineering. Ooh, I like those. I can't think what they're called, but the ones with the 10-2 stabilisers. Is it a Piraeus or something like that? If that is indeed a plane. Hey up, Abby Garvey. Abby, tell the chat about your show jumping medals. Sorry, Abs. No point in having something to show off about if you don't show off about it. What did Les call tap? Watermelon air. It definitely looks refreshing. I'm thirsty enough to lick that tail fin. Cirrus Jet. Thanks, Les. I'm sure I've seen one of those at Edinburgh before. It was my plane of the day. Thanks, Craig. Cirrus Vision Jet. That's its full Sunday name. Let me go back to it. It's the one that, when I saw it for the first time, it looked like some kind of V1 flying bomb. Like a lash up with the engine, probably a bit hazy, strapped on top of the fuselage. So in that haze, it's hard to distinguish. But Cirrus Vision Jet. I knew you lot would know. John Macklin, good morning to you. What do you reckon? Are we taking bets on Abby for the next Olympic team? Or the one after? Anyway, all your friends at Plain Sailing Aviation are incredibly proud of you. I'll tell you that. Ooh, 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 ooh. Something big and powerful. I did say there was a few heavies to go, and they've all got to come past this position. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Delta, about to enter the show. I tell you what, the little fan that I bought is just the job. It sits inside my broadcast box. It's only got hot air to work with, but it does seem to be making a difference. I've just done a quick check. It's amazing, really. Back to the Amazon thing again. 48. Sorry you lost me there on sound. I don't understand. I've done it 2 or 3 times in the broadcast. All connections are tight. Nothing's being pulled. So we do suffer a little bit of that. Please bear with me. Anyway, delivered it Tuesday, delivered Wednesday. So there's Delta. I know I get confused about Delta when paired with Air Canada, also pushing back. Checking out all that emoji spamming for Delta, HGC, Les Donaldson, Andy P, Linda Cooper, Craig McLean and Rob H. Pounding that keyboard. I tell you what, Linda, if you had joined me on this trip, this is the phase of the show where I say, Linda, do you fancy the next hour doing the camera? I'd just be sitting in the shade with a lolly, having told you I needed a bathroom break. Just failed to return. Yeah, I'm only messing. It's gorgeous here. It's so gorgeous to look at. I mean, when you have the hills in the background. Is that a chairlift that runs up there? Or something else? We'll never work that out in these conditions. Anyway, in fact, let's let that go. Let's go with the Air Canada push. Nothing on final approach that I can see. So between now and 2 o'clock, I think the heavy deck thins out. A bit like my hairline. Ooh, green stripy condor about to go over Geneva. I don't know, folks. What do we think? Can I see it? Actually, I probably will struggle with the brolly attached to the camera. It's going to be probably my face, but we'll have a look. How hot, says Christine. 32 says Alibi. 29 says Rab. I don't know if Rab's quoting the feels like. When I came up onto the deck, it was 32. But I don't know if that's the feels like value. I can't remember with any accuracy. I was starting to get all hot and sweatier, because I'd waited for about 10 minutes to come up in the lift. Then I spotted something else, which I'll tell you about. Hold that thought another day. I'm not going to tell you about now, but it caused me to worry a bit more. And all the while I'm thinking, when I get there, how's the broadcast going to work out? There is a bit of shade, Rab. There's a roof on the terrace. Half of it is roof, so you could watch. If it rains and you didn't want to get drenched, you could remove yourself. Let me just show you. I don't think I'm going to compromise anyone's privacy. This kind of thing. See the overhang there? Anyway, so I'm using the camera, but I don't want anyone to think I'm pointing it at them. Ooh, Delta's already on the move. you what, a pair of those Air Canada sunglasses would not be out of order. Taps off indeed. I've got a feeling they might chuck me in a van if I do anything like that. Titanic, hello to you. Thank you so much. It's a brilliant place to come and watch planes. I was saying earlier in the show, I do wish I'd had enough foresight to do a second day, but didn't quite fit the financial envelope, and I wasn't sure if it'd just be overcooking it. Not the temperatures, I mean. I just mean, do you want 4 days on the rattle? I don't want to be one of those webcam type streamers. I'd come back looking like a pair of brown shoes, properly leathered. Ooh, is it 30 for you, Christine? The Loire Valley. I think it was Steve BCal 78 who posted me a comment yesterday that, I can't remember, where was he staying? I can't remember where he said he was, Lyon or somewhere around there. 39 degrees it touched at some point. Mercifully, we ain't got that. So, what have we got here? Air Canada 330? Is that a 330? I'm thinking it is. I'm just having a brain problem recognising it. In Air Canada livery. I think we get to see a 777 from them in our Zurich shows as well. Yes, a 330-300, 14 years of age, apparently. Tell you what, folks, I was musing on doing one of those apron tours that they do at Zurich, where you can go right out onto one of the intersections. It looks fantastic, but in these kind of conditions, it'd be like living the life of a fried egg. Good afternoon to John McKenzie. How are you doing, John? 28 just now. Oh, still too hot. you what though, folks, I am really impressed with the difference the little brolly makes. Obvious when you think about it, but it's the first time I've only recently bought it, and I only bought it because the Sony was finding the heat too difficult to deal with. But no Sony today, Panasonic for today's show, good old bulletproof Panasonic. Quick water break, if I can remember where I left the water. Remember, 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 remember you're a womble. Don't worry, it's not the sun getting to me. Good afternoon, Ian Rigg. Hello to you. No, it's entirely free, so they charge you nothing for it, and it's just superb. The Swiss authorities have an excellent approach to spotting. So we found that we love Zurich so much that we're repeating it again tomorrow and Sunday with live broadcasts from there. Geneva, we thought we'd give a whiz to. To be fair, Rupert at Fast as Funk used to stream quite regularly from here, and I used to love his streams and just love the mountains in the background. I mean, geez, come on. It's gorgeous. I love Edinburgh with the Pentland Hills, but as far as this goes, mountains just take it up another yard. So no, it's entirely free. They used to search you before you came up, as they will be doing, I guess, at Zurich tomorrow. It's like going back through an airport. You know, they won't let you take your suitcase in, stuff goes through the scanner. Very friendly staff, but I'm assuming that's still the same at Zurich. But here, the kit's still here at the terrace, but they don't search anymore. They've got a nice little cafe, looks well stocked. I've not investigated the prices. I'm probably going to get a lolly halfway through the show as a first for plain sailing aviation. I can get used to this. Sue Cruz, hello to you. Good afternoon, Sue. Welcome to the show. So, Air Canada on the move to Montreal. I think the other thing about Geneva, and it is true as well if you were to spot from Zurich, is you're not that far from Munich in terms of shuttle flight or even train. One of the reasons I'm taking the train between Geneva and Zurich is just to be able to I don't know, feel I've been to Switzerland, even a little bit. So easy on the centre line. Where's easy going? Easy going. Oh yes. Pristina. An A320, 13 years of age. Swiss registered, of course. One of their locals. I'll tell you what though, imagine what this will be like in 5 months' time. I bet it's blinking cold. Saying that, I'd love to be here, catching the action and seeing snow on the mountains behind. Here's our Turkish collection. Kind of satellite, or if you look carefully. 1, 2, 3. I presume there's a 4th spoke, although I can't quite make it out. Good afternoon, Linda Canties. How's tricks, Linda? What you doing with that weather up in Aberdeen? Coming your way next week, so do lay on the weather. Ian says chilly in January here. I can really imagine it. I bet the wind when it comes is spiteful. Right, we do have an aircraft on final approach. It's a fair way out. Iceland Air, inbound from Reykjavik. Now sometimes they send the 757, but law of percentages, we've got this 738, or 737 MAX 8. I think it's a MAX. Certainly an 8, yeah, MAX 8. Thought as much. 738. Bum, 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 bum. Probably at least 10 miles out to the naked eye, if not 15. Pegasus at 5,000 feet, says HGC. You're never more than 2 shows away from a Pegasus, are you? That's the lesson in life that I'm learning. I finished early from Edinburgh the other day, purposefully. Oh, did I say that out loud? No, we had the social, didn't we? It was a social really, but a consequence of that was that I didn't get to bring you the Pegasus, but then what do? Take the show to Geneva and bring you a Pegasus. The other tricky thing is going to be water consumption. I'm getting through half a litre an hour. Simple mathematics says that my bladder, I know that's a bit too much information, might like me to slow down. So Iceland Air, next in the show. I'm guessing, noting HGC's comment, this is followed by the Mighty P. I think that's when I'm going to go and get me lolly. I think I dare. Probably not. Why couldn't they have sent a 7.5? I think they did to Zurich the other day, that Aurora Borealis livery, which is a massive favourite of mine. So I think what we'll do, we're going to land the Pegasus and I'm just going to put everything on auto. I'll bring the chat with me to the counter and get a lolly. I can't keep drinking water at this rate. Hey up, Scottish Linda, how did you get out of the opticians? I don't mean did you climb out of a window as against walk out the door, but anyway, what have you got to have glasses or have you got a clean bill of health? I'm at the opticians next week and I'm convinced I'll take a highlights reel of all my telescopes and he'll say, yeah, you need better lenses. But I'm definitely going to have something, although Mrs. PSA cheerfully confirmed it's a free appointment. Apparently when you're 60 you get free eye tests. Didn't know that, which is interesting because I forgot that you get bus pass at 60 as well, and I actually got the bus to the station yesterday for the train and could have had it for free. I don't know. Takes a bit of getting used to being 60. Right, you asked for it, you're having it, here it goes. Unless you prefer the Swiss 220 pushing back in front of me. I wonder if, because there's a fair few Turkish connections, case in point, we don't often get to see a Turkish 737, do we? Or do we? I'm trying to think what the stock aircraft is at Edinburgh. It tends to be the A321, doesn't it? I think. Gone blank. Anyway, inbound action. Little Bizjet, a Czech flight jet. Need that lolly, operated by Alpha Aviation, inbound from some place called Olbia. First time I've said that name. Embraer Phenom 100. It's going to be your next inbound. Of course, we do have a Swiss outbound on the active at the minute. really don't care for this particular livery. Just doesn't quite do it. Not for me anyway. What does the chat think? I prefer their various specials. No Sue Cruise, I'm just here really streaming. So today it's point of entry stuff, came in through Geneva. And straight on the train from here to Zurich, and then 2 streams, flying back Sunday night. So it's, think of it as a plane spotting trip. Last time we came, Eddie and I went into Zurich for a few hours in the morning, which was nice. But I couldn't see the point as I'm on my own this time. Well, I can see the point. But I thought I'd keep things fairly compact because we are still hoping to go to Hamburg in the autumn. So save a night kind of all counts, doesn't it? If anything, I should have stayed here. Ooh, sorry, I've lost my train of thought. And there's a plane landing. It's that phenomenon 100. Phenomenon. I'll stop. H. God bless you so much. 5 gifted memberships. That's what took me off beam. They compact and bijou. Right, Turkish are just lining up for their departure to, I can only assume, Istanbul, but never assume anything. Other destinations are available, but they are going to Istanbul. So let's get with them. And then we'll see who got those 5 gifted memberships from H. Might be able to delve into that now. So in the glare I see Connor, Alan Leslie, Miles High, Miles, Marcus G and Aviation Seattle. That's a new one to me. Thank you H. Really appreciate it. And welcome aboard all those people that I've just read out. So anyway, all these Turkish airlines does everybody in Switzerland go Turkey for their holiday? Or do they just have a lot of Turkish migrant workers in the Swiss economy? I don't know, just chucking that one out there. Right, 0 on final approach. Nothing, oh there is something, you just can't see it with the naked eye. A little tiddler. Tell you what, as your genial host, I'm just going to abandon the equipment. Can't believe I'm saying that in a sentence. Let's go and get a lolly. Oh, there's a queue appeared now. Oh. Tell you what, we'll get another couple of minutes. I thought I'd time that to perfection. Clearly haven't. Good afternoon, Dean Stringer as well, while I'm in the chat waiting for me lolly. Craig McLean also gifting us another membership. I've nearly slipped under my radar, that, Craig. Titanic. Welcome aboard, and Craig, awesome support, buddy. Crikey, I'm glad I doubled back up. But the sun's still pretty much behind me. The screens are a bit tricky, but we've been in as hotter places. I don't think I've been anywhere hotter yet. Tell you what, I bet the air conditioning's good in there. At least you'd hope it would be. It wasn't that impressive down in the airport terminal, but it seems these days there's a sort of thing, isn't there, about CO2 emission reduction is the thing that says that's why we don't use the aircon as much. Well, saving a bunch of money as well. Stephen 5 says half price badminton as well as the bus pass and the eye test. I don't think my knees are quite up to that. Look at all that. I'm so far behind with the chat. All that emoji spamming that went with the Pegasus arrival. Kind of glad I missed it. Anyway, Titanic, it's lovely you got a gifty. You're in the show and it's brilliant when it lands like that. Oop, short departure. Nearly snuck out. I've got one eye over my shoulder to see when the counter runs clear for a quick lolly run. Somebody is on final approach. I'll have to rely on the chat to self-police on that one. And if you've just joined the show, welcome to Geneva. And if you didn't know already, I am Mark, your host. I don't think I got round to what runway designation this single track is operating. I think the end we are at the minute is 04, I'd like to say, but I'll look it up in a moment. Go back to my favourite banana plane. Just going to move a couple of bits around to share the temperature. Cooling type. My fan's still going. This little USB fan I've got is definitely pulling its weight. Oh, 10 minutes out. The Emirates, says Les. Roger that, Les. I forgot to mention that. I wrote it all down on a piece of paper in the back of a taxi this morning. Some of the extra planes of interest. Oh, blimey. Ooh, how close is that? Next plane out looks a fair way away. I reckon I can get. Oh no, she's still making coffees. Anyone want an ice while I'm there? Thank you, Rab04. I'd like to stick my neck out and say the other end's 22, but frankly, I'll be guessing. My head's like one of those machines that generates the, like the lottery numbers or bingo. Just keep cranking the handle round and see what numbers turn up. Oh, what do you want staying in Frankfurt, Rab? It couldn't possibly be Condor, could it? So next inbound, EasyJet from Rabat. Is Rabat Israel? I did see an El Al. Well, I saw it. I don't think you saw it in the show. Just when I first got here. Well, I say first got onto the terrace. One trundled by me. It looked like it had been on the Paris to Dakar rally, to be honest. It wasn't the smartest one I've seen. So we'll leave the camera along, wait for the plane to encroach into the shot. There she is. Swimming in through the haze. Oh, counter's free as well. think the next trick is going to be how to eat a lolly without any of it dropping on the electronics. One challenge at a time. That would be my answer to that. Right, join me at the ice cream box counter. So what do I see? Something called Cafe Glacé, Magnum Cherry, Double Cherry, Magnum Almond, Magnum Classic. I'm not in the chat. Oh, I should have brought the chat with me actually. See what the chat think I should have. So shout it out, chat. I can't show you the picture, otherwise I would. So Cafe Glacé, Magnum Cherry, Almond, Classic, some other things that I can't pronounce. I'm going to go with Magnum Classic actually. John Mackenzie, 99 with sprinkles. Haagen-Dazs for Nell. Can't see Haagen-Dazs in here, that would have been a good call. Kobe Schmitz, hello to you. I can't speak, I guess that's German, but lovely to have you with us. 4 lollies at once, less likely to fall out my gob. That was a tactful way of Dean telling everyone I've got a big mouth. Right, here it is. There are no rocket lollies, so it's going to be a Magnum Classic. Let's go right down the ice box for one that's been in here for 6 months. Hi, can I have that please? Yeah, card. Doesn't seem to be. Shall I just pop it in and do the pin? Yeah, I'll do it that way around. Right. We've now got a Magnum team. Sorry, Ali Bite, there are no Mivis. Yeah, thank you. I'll probably be back for some more in a bit. It's hot work out there. Thank you. What a lovely lady. So that was three Swiss francs, 350. So 3.5 Swiss francs. Just in time for an inbound plane as well. And that is another Turkish, I think. Looking at the picture, it's hard to make out, but I think it's a 321. So I'm going to assume it's a Neo, so let's get ready for that. So I do apologise if it does sound like I'm enjoying this a bit much. You know, it's because I am. But I will try and... Crikey, my headset is... my ears are going to melt. Oh man. I living in Switzerland. I'll have to eat this quick, huh? Good afternoon, J.O. Ruda. Welcome to Geneva. Now, you've seen me in action. You know exactly what you're talking about. Ali Bai, you are a king. Thank you so much for your Ko-fi donation. I think we've got something going. Got something going. There's an EasyJet to Bari. I think that might be Italy. I only know that because I think I've heard of a football team by that name. Awesome support, Alibi 58. Awesome. Literally, when I finish the show, I am going to drag everything in the shade to take it to bits. I ain't staying out here. Yorkshire biker, good afternoon to you, buddy. Happy Friday. All right, Rab. I don't think I would be the best person to... Is Cobby Schmitz actually at the airport? Oh, crikey. I don't know how to describe it except to say that once you are inside the terminal, if you signposted, you kind of bear to the left-hand side, you'll see it signposted with like a reddish-orange sign. Observation terrace or something like that. Is he local then? Well, I suppose he'd know the answer if that was so. I must admit, I didn't find it easily. Coming airside, I turned left and walked all the way down, but if I turned right, I'd have found it. It shows you. Give me a 50-50. I nearly always nails it up. Loving all that emoji spam as well. HTC, Rab H, Yorkshire Biker, Craig McCrane and Linda Cooper. Good afternoon, Interloper 93. I'll tell you something else that was interesting. Looking at Interloper's comment about being on a remote stand. It's Edinburgh. My stand today was the fairway arm. It was coach transfer. And they were trying to jam pack us in like sardines. One of the staff says there isn't another bus, so you all need to squeeze on. But then they did end up sending another bus because simple maths told you that. But it just was a horrible vibe. Here, they didn't load the bus up excessively. It actually felt like a passenger. In Edinburgh, I felt like a bit of cattle being shoved onto the bus. In fact, Mrs. PSA, who's quite claustrophobic, would have done a nut. Oh, this is new. Is this that 737-400? Got my numbers out of sequence before you laugh at me too much. GP Aviation or something. BA on the move. Behave yourself. So yeah, Scottish Linda, in case you missed, I've definitely gone with the classic. Not really big on white chocolate. To be honest, I wanted the caramel one. That's the one I've got the sweet tooth for. I don't think I can tell if I get away from here, but let's just see if we can. BA, start the wave. Nah. So I see something on finals. I think it's heavy as well. Yeah, Kuwait with their 330-800, 4 years of age. You'll be impressed. I know the bar is low when it comes to my successes. Well, I've managed to eat this Magnum without getting it all over the kit. And boy, do I feel refreshed. So this should be the final plane of the show, around 3:30, if we get to run all the way through. Got a helicopter blasting off. X marks the spot, or perhaps it doesn't. So taps off, or tapper on the way back to Lisbon. Looking for a reserved parking spot. Right. TAP Air Portugal are now on the roll. Not out on the RAS. Tell you what, we'll come back to the chopper. There's my chopper. Probably too hazy to get in deeper than that. There's loiter there while I jump back in the chat. Ooh, Hammy's in for work. Hey up, buddy. Hope you are good. Well, I thought you'd sneak away early as it's Friday, so I kind of banked on that. It's good to know that you are more diligent than I thought you might be. Messing, of course. Now, Scottish Linda, white chocolate, all I can think of is the Milky Bar Kid. You know that wiener kid with glasses that used to be dressed as a cowboy in the 70s? The Milky Bars are all me! As a very blonde child, I was always grateful for the fact I didn't need glasses, because I reckon I'd have been a Milky Bar Kid. Right, Andulu Jets is shaking a leg. I think I'll shake my legs as well. Just going to stroke up the chat and check out I haven't missed anybody's entry. Yeah, I've got my wipes, Scottish Linda. I've got my anti-back and my plain wet wipes as well. I've really come tooled up by my standards. One tries. Good afternoon, Bill C. No, Hammy, you don't qualify for a partial refund. You're probably going to get fined for late attendance. This plane spotting caper, particularly overseas, is serious. So we are 1 hour, 40 minutes into the broadcast. Kit seems to be okay. Even my little USB fan is powering away like the dynamo that it is. I can see Mrs. PSA swiping that off me. It's whisper quiet. We have an inbound aircraft. Let's see if we can identify it with the help of our friends at Flight Radar. EgyptAir 737 from Cairo. It's going to be an X-plane. This is a gorgeous livery. I think that is my livery of the day. Not my plane of the day though. Well, I'm going to say good afternoon to Yves Shan. I've probably not said your name correctly, but thank you so much for your very kind Swiss franc super chats. I can just get my head round the screen. Every spotter deserves his entry ticket money. Luckily it's free here, but they will be charging me 5 Swiss francs tomorrow at Zurich. But your donation, massively appreciated. Do you get down to Geneva yourself, Yves? Yves, I'm not quite sure how to pronounce. Uh-oh, what's going on here? I know the background colour is different and it's different words on the fuselage, but my first take when I see the tail on that is Cathay Pacific. Taking a lot of overwriting in my frontal lobes. PB, how goes it? Political bias, or as you know him in the chat, Mark Oscar. Hope all is good, buddy. Polar Bear is in the show. Oh crikey, what's going on now? This is going to be a shocking telescope. No, just done it. Yay! Second Iberia flight to the show. CRJ 900, unless I'm much mistaken. Presumably this is where Spanish people come when they want an even hotter place to go on their holidays. Follow Will Air Morocco for a bit. Quite taken with their colours. That's not a telescope, Rab H. Come on, Alibi. Get the VAR software on it. I'll tell you what, playing football against Rab and Les, and Dopey Gorp for that matter, there'd be all kinds of yellow cards dished out for simulation. And you've got to adjust for conditions here. Trackside, it's like being inside your oven on Christmas Day. It's mighty warm. Oh, thank you HGC. A bit longer than I thought. A CRJ 1000. I don't know, Rab. You lot, you pile on to me sometimes. I don't know. Thank you, Alibi. You see, this is why we have a senior presiding VAR presiding judge for telescopes, because people get bloodthirsty, frankly. Bloodthirsty. Ooh. The plane that's coming in is still a fair way out. The Andalulu jet has still got a way to go. And as already announced, I've got a soft spot for EgyptAir, so let's do that. Oh, Yves is back in again with a Swiss, 3 Swiss franc super chat. Yep, you have covered tomorrow's entry onto the observation deck. Observation deck B, as is at Zurich. So thank you so much, Yves. Friends of the show, Yves has paid my entry. Right, inbound aircraft. What could it... Cripes, tablet's gone hot again. Anyone got an egg? It's a NetJets from... Well, it's one of yours now. From Brussels. A Bombardier Global 6000. 11 years of age. Yep, departed just about an hour ago. I have to find a better way to cool that down. But I do wish we had done 2 days here. Note to self. Of course, if it had rained for both days, I'd be saying, what was I thinking? So definitely not a CRJ 900. There's me shortchanging you all. And I'd have got away with it, except that HGC was on it. Spotted the fraud. Yep, next time, definitely H-dot. That is the good thing about taking the show to other places. It's a lot of fun, I think we'd all agree, to see unfamiliar stuff or different settings. But you learn so much in terms of the potential of the place. Ooh, and EasyJet is on the roll. Well, different combinations that can make for a good trip. Although I'm not very keen on connecting flights anymore. Not after my trouble getting to Barcelona last October. And I also had trouble with a Munich connection as well via Amsterdam. So I've kind of figured it makes more sense to go to direct point-to-point type locations. I think if there was an upside to the Barcelona missing tripod saga, is in the UK. That was Storm Ashley at its zenith that day, so even if I got the broadcast up, everyone would have been watching the storm. Well, that's where the centre of gravity would have been. YouTube just wouldn't promote anything else, because that's how they are. Right. Inbound. Sun Express in Star Trek livery. Sorry, I'm shouting into the mic. In from Izmir. Oh, one of my favourites. Linda Cooper. Do you remember when we saw that? Well, you've seen it more than me, but I think we were together, weren't we? On the mound. Wow, that is a telescope. I just saw the smoke, but I've got a defence of sorts. I'll take a telescope, even if it is for Star Trek. that is my livery of the day. Sorry, EgyptAir. What's not to love? Star trekking across the universe, only going forward because we can't find reverse. Right, could be an EasyJet on its way in. It's hard to tell in the haze. Yeah, inbound from Heraklion in Crete, and A320. That is going to be your next plane. Hey up, Claire, and you're right. I'm loving it here, and I'm glad you're loving it too. Not enough Pegasus, says HGC. I'd say there's already too much Pegasus in this show. I'll tell you what, when you have to open these up and start them up, I bet there's some fairly canny temperatures inside that KLM. Those E195 E2s, they're only pencil tubes. I bet they're baking. I bet it's like getting back to your hot car on Asda car park in the middle of July. So let's have a look down in heavy corner. So Air China, they've got to go. I don't think Emirates falls in our window. Third along, Kuwait definitely does. They go on time. They are due out around 3:30. We should see a Saudia arrival as well before show closes. I know I've put the emoji in the deck for a reason. Wasn't just a wild card. EasyJet from Manchester next. Another 3:20 coming your way. Eve, right. Thank you, Eve. Everybody who follows the show will know that I'm absolutely rubbish at pronouncing most words in the English language. Eve it is. Kind of made my peace with that side of things. My lad, Eddie, he's the other way around. He's actually pretty good at stuff like that. Multilingual and all that. Whereas his dad really speaks English as a second language and doesn't have a first language. I don't know how you end up in that kind of pickle. Anyway, it's fantastic to meet you. Good afternoon, Aviation Action Scotland. How you doing, Gary? Hope you're doing well. I'm catching up with the telescopes now, taking them on the chin. Good afternoon, Bev, aka Rainbow Love. Of course, you'd be one of Rupert at Fast as Funk's moderators. Oh dear. Should we call that telescope 2 or 3? I can't remember. I think I'm going to have to go back to the kiosk for a tea. What time is it? I've got to pace this out properly. Not yet. I think we'll have tea at 3 o'clock. I'll stick with the water for now, wherever I've got it stashed. trouble with having so many plastic containers with you, with the kit, they all feel like they're about to melt, or at least get warped. Air China pushing back with their A350 departure. A350-900. I will get one of my iterations called correctly during the run time of the show. Oh, Claire. It's definitely a place to visit if you get the opportunity. I haven't visited a lot of Switzerland. Went into Zurich city centre last time we were here, but that was lovely. But these don't count as telescopes, that'd be absurd. Right, I think we've got inbound heavy. I kind of wonder if it's at Saudia. And it is, in from Riyadh. Just going to go behind the tower as soon as I get there. Oh, blow me. Kuwait. You're going to see the mighty Saudia. What did we say it was going to be? A 330, didn't we? 330-300. Tell you what, there's a lot of beauty down at this end. Not seeing any error messages. If it's chat you're talking, Alibi, seeing nothing at this end. But I guess with warm weather in the UK, anything's possible. My journey up on the train was just a typical British experience. Train out of Morpeth was delayed coming from Newcastle. due to a points failure, which I guess is going to be attributed to the heat in some way, shape or form, you know, the way it is. Oops, sorry, I've just taken this off axis. And then when I got to Edinburgh, I had to change at Waverley for a Dundee bound train that I only just made because of the delay on the first train, and they shut the doors and then they had a technical problem and they kept the doors shut for quite a while, then eventually opened the doors. Never told you it was cancelled, but it clearly was, because we'd listened in on the engineer's conversation on the radio. So we all had to jump off onto a different one. Anyway, long story short, I thought, yeah, I've only travelled on 2 trains and they've both had a technical problem. Air France needs no introduction. So if you've just joined the show, welcome to Geneva. If it's your first time with plain sailing aviation, I'm Mark, so thanks for giving us a go. But whoever, wherever, however, thank you for joining us. We'll do a quick scenic perambulate for the benefit of anyone that has just joined the show in a minute. I know we've got a departure shaping to go. Off to Nice, we've got an EasyJet. We'll pick it up on the roll. Looking quite tasty, this end of the car park. And if you are a first-time viewer, of course, please do say hi in the chat. Subscribing to the channel gets you into the chat, it doesn't cost you anything, and it'd be great to have you with us. So, here's the backdrop. Pretty awesome. I think the only thing that would top that is if those mountain tops were white. Right, let's find some aviation movement. Where better than Air China? Not as many heavies here as we're going to get in Zurich over the next couple of days, but it pulls its weight. Good afternoon, Mark Bright Spark. How you doing, pal? No, Bev. Is there an IKEA near here then? It's going to be straight on the train. Ooh, blinking neck. That's another telescope. Can't get out of it. I suppose I could blame this, but that would be fairly flimsy. In my defence, I've got the tablet out of sight to keep it cool, and it is fairly hazy on far distance, but I should have picked it up. Good afternoon, Neutron 9. Definitely a non-political channel, although that is quite hard these days because, let's face it, keeping the politics out of it, politicians of all colours don't really do much. Now I'm getting drawn in. No, non-political, definitely that. It's raining telescopes, Yorkshire biker. I don't know. There's me tactfully waving you in, not commenting that you were late, and now you're pounding me for telescopes. Well, to be fair, Hammy, Linda did want to come on this trip. I didn't realise until we got it all booked up. As I was saying, if this was double-handed, or even triple-handed, because at one point I was hoping Eddie was going to join me like he did last year, I'll be in the shade, hanging out in the chat with you lot. Leave it to the professionals to bring you the broadcast. Might be a sun cream top up in a bit. What time is it? Must be pushing towards 3 o'clock. Just gone 3. Is that right? No, yeah. 2 o'clock, not 3 o'clock. I don't know which devices to trust with the time. They usually bump themselves forward. 6 minutes past 2 local time. Wouldn't it be nice if that DHL went up during our broadcast? I'll be definitely up for a bit of that. So the next inbound, which is small minutes away, is a KLM 175 standard. Dinky. Looking forward to seeing that. Air China, I'm assuming, is off to Beijing. Although I can't see it on my flight radar, I can see it to the naked eye. Check out the Wookiee. Wookiee's getting hot and irritated. Let's see why. Well, that's where I thought the inbound Embraer 175 was going. Looks like Wookiee's chucked his towel down on it. So our next arrival is a Swiss Air 320 from Zurich. How long was that in the air for? 29 minutes. So, my train journey with connections, about 3.5 hours, I think. Anyway, inbound plane is sporting Star Alliance livery. You're not wrong, Rob. Zurich will be telescope Armageddon. To be fair, it was last year with Eddie as well. They just come out everywhere. Plus, the flight radar was quite laggy there last time. Thank you, Alibi 58. Embraer Phenom pinging up. Better keep. Oh, I think I might have eyes on that actually. Hold that thought. So this is probably, amongst the main scheduled airlines, the shortest flight of the show, 29 minutes. You definitely got a decent budget, haven't you, if you're catching these kind of flights. Told you this was coming our way. To be fair, there is a gate, the opposite, the adjacent. Oh no, going this way. Might be a little bit noisy. Giving it away. Of course they'll be doing their jobs, not looking at silly YouTube live streamers. But I don't think they'll have the interest. Sorry team, I missed that Embraer Phenom 100. I'm just waving at it now as it scurries off skyward. Oh dear. Didn't have a chance. Have a good lunch, Gary. Take care, pal. So it looks like it might be fairly quiet on the inbounds. I think that next inbound, oh, I'm looking forward to this one. It is, I spotted this last night, it's an Embraer ERJ 145 long range. Don't think I've seen one of those before. Pan-European, or Europene. Iceland Air pushing back. Now they did say it might shower. Look at the clouds. Clouds have come out of nowhere. But let's stay on this while they put the jet bridge on. So yeah, I'm going to have to be a bit agile because those clouds have literally whipped out of nowhere. That's the noise of the jet bridge extending, I reckon. Just touch the plane. Now they're going to jiggle it. Jiggle it just a little bit. So keeping my eye on the horizon for that ERJ 145. Extended range, long range. I said long range, didn't I? Scottish Linda, God bless you, God love you. Thank you so much for gifting a membership. Great supporter of the channel as you are. And that brings Ben Lowe back to PSA. I see he's got a red badge, so he's been with us before. Legendary stuff. Thank you, Linda. Tell you what, I'm just going to take a quick photograph of that 737-400 that I liked. Shame there's a pillar in view. And it'll be hazy, but other than that, what's not to like? Yeah, John McKenzie, those CRJs, let's go back to plane in question, they are great. I've ridden on a couple, I think, yeah, definitely two. One was a 900, one was 1,000, both EasyJet operated as Lufthansa wet leases on the Frankfurt route from Newcastle. Felt pretty exec, to be honest. 2x2 seating. Honestly, it felt like, if you forget that it's quite a long plane, and I stayed on the 1000 until everybody had got off because I wanted a down the aisle photograph. I was sat there for ages. I must have told this story 2 or 3 times before. I thought they were going out the front door and coming back on the back door. They do take a bit of deboarding, but they are good. So as always folks, gentle and humble plea for a like to get us pumping with YouTube. We never do the same on numbers when we take the show abroad. The algorithm seems to favour you going to the same places more than when you take the show elsewhere. But as we're now going to be overseas for the next, well, 2 more days really, 2 more Zurichs, it'd be nice to get YouTube interested. The Iceland Air just checking flaps. So that ERJ145. Oh, I can just see it now. Crikey, that has taken a very much a slow boat to China approach. Oh, the wind's picking up a bit. It's twizzling my brolly. Let's have a look at what's on the conveyor belt. Right, I see two fantastic bits of generosity to the channel. Let's see if I get into the right order. Jonathan McD, good afternoon to you. Don't worry, Yorkshire biker, I'll try hard to miss it. If it's the yellow plane you're talking about. So who got Jonathan McD's 5 gifties? Jonathan McD, mega great friend of our channel. Who got them? Chris Kelly, Christian Gardner, Mode. Hey up, Deborah Speller, good afternoon to you. Back to the who got memberships, Just Willie and Tommy. Fantastic to have you all with us. All grateful thanks to Jonathan McD. 150 likes are up, says Rab. Thank you, good people, for ticking this show over. And I see Claire has also very generously gifted 5. Quick hello to Phil at SCO. I hope you're doing well, Phil. So who got Claire's? Claire, God bless you, such a friend to us. S later S. Don't believe it. Screen put a break on me there. Hi Beaky, Neil B, Ed Goodall 01 and Mav UK. All welcome into the hallowed confines of the PSA crew lounge. Right, Iceland Air banging down the track. Mercifully, all the rubber is touching the tarmac. I might have to think about how we're going to protect this if it does rain, because look at that. That's rain for somebody. Anybody but me. Right, somebody is well in the distance on finals, nevertheless. So inbound action pending. Oh no, you asked, what can I do? Slave to my viewers, slave to my friends. If you really want to see it, if you really must, who am I to argue? Yes, the Pegasus. Dare I say it? Dare I say flying pig? Or is Linda going to give me a cuff round the ear? I don't think I'd be saying it on the mound if she was stood next to me. Hey up, the Haggis Chasers, good afternoon to you. It's Mothman in the show. If I miss Mothman. Yeah, Gordon Hunter, watching that baggage belt. Let's play the, are you getting your luggage, somebody else's, or not at all? There might be a cuddly toy on there. As Alibi says, there's invariably a tease made, as well as a cuddly toy. Well, Claire, it's fantastic. Love the support you give us. Thank you so much. Have a great rest of the day. Hey up, Mothman is in the show. Hope that shed isn't getting too hot for you. So, let's have a look at the spam. Rab H, clearly set the fuse on this one. Rab H, Yorkshire Biker, Jonathan McD, Alibi 58, Scottish Linda, hold that thought. Oh no, Gordon Hunter and a bit more Yorkshire Biker. Let's get the inbound easy. You don't want orange, you want yellow. Fair enough. I think I actually brought the Pegasus t-shirt with me. I don't know why. Anyway, where do we get to? Tony Rivers is in the show and he's smashing that Pegasus icon. How you doing, Tone? Great to see you, buddy. Les Donaldson. Oh well, same old faces really, isn't it? Alibi's round for a second lap. Yorkshire Biker is Craig McLean piling it on, as is Hammy. Unbelievable. Deborah Speller, oh come on Deborah, stay away from these miscreants. Don't let them lead you astray. Think DHL, look, that's the way to go. It's all on screen. Oh Mark Bright Spot, don't be doing it. I think I need to sit down. Well done, Polar Bear. Get EasyJet on screen. That's the way to go. And Nell, that's the antidote. Tea towel passing overhead. Now they are, I thought we got them today. We haven't, but we definitely have. Or is that Volatea? Is that the one you call tea towel? I'm talking, I want some Condor. I want to see a Condor in the show more than I want chips tonight. At the minute I'm craving anything salty. Right, inbound. Oh, you like the call sign on this one? AL85. A Pilatus PC12 in from Perpignan. That's not how you say it. It's in France, I know that much. Perpignan. They play rugby, don't they? I know that much. See what you're up against, Steve. I was giving it all the Eves, not Eve. I can pronounce anything wrong. You don't want that. I sense the mood. You want that. Somebody is on final approach, but it's very long. What could that long thing be? EasyJet from Malaga, another 320. This inbound one, Austrian, registered for a change of pace. See, that's how you funk it up a bit when you're spotting EasyJets. Where are they registered? Oh no. Jonathan McD, you're not going to put me in the AI lab, are you? I think between you and Tony Rivers, well, bye. Get the wheels up and we can get on with our lives. Yep, that'll do. There you go, all part of my equal access to aviation policy. I'll even share planes I don't like the look of. Ooh, that Iberia's moving. Can't see that. What we got? Rainbow Love. Welcome back to the PSA Crew Lounge. Taking subscribing membership. Fantastic to have you with us, Bev. Just in the right place. Tell you what, I've got time to get a cup of tea. Where are we? I've got to have a cup of tea now, folks. So just bear with me. I'm just going to chat to the young lady on the counter. And I'm back for some more. Do you do tea?
Welcome back. Yes.
Can I have a... Do they come in different sizes or is it just the one size?
Yeah, this is...
I'll have that size, please. Yeah.
which type of tea would you like?
Ooh, what we got then?
Black tea, Earl Grey, English breakfast.
That's the one. English breakfast. Yeah, yes, please. With a little dash of milk, or do you have a little sachet you give me, or?
I'm so sorry.
We out of milk?
No, I don't have any. I only have cream.
No, let's have a look. Is it actually cream?
Yes.
I think I'll have it black, just as it is. Yeah, please.
You still want the English breakfast?
Yeah. Definitely. It's medicinal at this point of the afternoon. It's definitely needed. So, yeah. Just here for some plane spotting. I'm doing a live stream at the minute over there, so I'm on YouTube now.
Ah, you're the one working there. Oh.
That's me. I'm Mark anyway. You are Eva. Hi Eva. Pleased to meet you.
Here for the airport?
No, I'm retired. This is just a hobby. So I'm visiting from England, doing a day here, and then I'm at Zurich tomorrow and Sunday. Well, let me pay for this before I forget what I'm doing.
I offer it to you.
Oh, you do?
Yes.
You're a sweetie, thank you so much. That's the way to make a man smile. Cup of tea.
It just has to stay between us, please.
Oh, of course, although I'm live. Do you want me to pay?
Sorry?
You sure you don't want me to pay? Because I am live on air kind of thing. You are so kind.
How long are you staying here?
I'm finishing at 3:30. I'll start taking it all to pieces and then go downstairs. The railway station's not far away, is it? Get the train to Zurich. It's as fast as that. Whiz bam.
Amazing. Zurich is a really nice place. Where do you live?
In England,
Oh.
Northumberland, in northeast of England. I'll just quickly check the camera's pointing at something. I'll be back in a second. What a lovely lady. I'm just going to rotate the shot while the brew's on. Hey up, Rupert's in the show. Hey up, Fast as Funk. How you doing, pal? This place is brilliant. But you know that anyway.
Can I put this right inside?
Yeah, if you just drop it in, I'll pull it out when it's ready. Just leave the string hanging over the side with the tab. Oh man, Rupert, this is one hot spot. Madrid's pretty punchy as well, to be fair. But it's brilliant. So glad we finally got round to doing it, and I hope folks watching the show are thinking along similar lines. Although, finding there's a Pegasus here, that was the only thing I could think to gripe about, to be honest. This has got to be the best cafe. The Panorama Snack Bar is the place to be, definitely. Certainly when Eva's on duty, no question. Happy days. Nell wants another Magnum and restart the diet tomorrow. To be honest, it was going to be tea or Magnum, Nell. I thought, well, I've already had one. I'm going to be on a Magnum a day. I think that's my prescription. Yeah, and it is 2:30 is good enough for tea. Eva, thank you so much. See you later. What a smashing lady. So without milk, it's going to be a quick bath with a tea bag, because don't want it too strong. Yeah, Rupert, this place has got all of the amenities. I mean, literally all of the amenities. The only thing that would actually trump what I'm getting now is if I had some kind of canopy, parasol ensemble that was enough to stop me from turning into a Swan Vesta. So let's go down the other end for a bit while I try not to slurp my tea. Can't promise. Sorry I've missed anything really urgent, but you know what they say. Well, it's not 3:30, but you should stop for tea at 3:30. And you're right. Oof, let's have a look. I'm not watching the time that well, am I? Typical. So 20 to 3 or thereabouts. Rab doesn't have milk in his tea. Oh, just a dash. Just take the edge off it. Oh no, it's got to be done, Rainbow. No, Bev. I'm not going to have cream in the tea. I can't do it. Ugh. I'd rather have it black. But I'm just going back up the chat to see if I've missed anything. Oh, I don't think so, Alibi. She's a very polite lady. Oh dear. Pint for polar beer. I'd have a pint tonight. to be honest, but I'm not gonna, because I think by the time I get to the room, I want to do some quick checks on bandwidth, because last time we did Zurich, it was desperately difficult. Got a slightly different plan for tomorrow's show. Here, we've got bandwidth to burn. But it ain't like that at Zurich, or it wasn't 12 months ago. And that was including one of their Swisscom sims. Here, I think I could probably do a bit of gaming on a PS5 or something, as well as do the stream. Living the dream. Thanks, Bev. Thanks, Rupert. Meatballs would be awfully civilised. Can't see anything on final approach, but I do think rain is on finals as well. Is that what it is, Rupert? 17 years I've got to give it to get used to it. I don't know if I've got that much life left in me. I am 60. I could definitely get used to live streaming in these conditions. Well, not the heat, but you know, the panorama terrace, amenities. Milky Nabby's tea as well, definitely. My parents, and they're in their 80s, both like their black coffees first thing in the morning as well. Can't think of anything worse. In fact, they're almost powered by coffee. It's probably their secret to getting in the 80s in the first place. Well, I'm glad Hammy's put the record straight. No milk or sugar in his gin. What a grotesque image that would be. So we're into the last 45 minutes of the broadcast. We're going to finale, if all goes on time, with the Kuwait Airways A330-300. The Saudia is due out at 4, but I reckon I'm probably risking much by hanging on for that, because when I go off air I'll probably want 10 minutes sat in the shade rather than bamming it all back in the bags and rushing for a train kind of thing. Ooh, no H dot. Black tea, only when needed. It is definitely better than a poke in the eye with a stick. Here's another question, which seems to be more of a European thing, but it just occurred to me on the way out. Everywhere I've taken the show, be it Brussels, Frankfurt, Zurich, I'm trying to think where else, Madrid. Anyway, you get the general idea. The milk at breakfast time always seems to be at room temperature, and that's staying at Marriott's and Sheraton's and some holiday inns in there, but it's the same thing. The milk is always at room temperature, which is absolutely too difficult to consume with your cereal. It's neither hot milk nor cold milk, obviously. But is that the way to So have your breakfast cereal over here. It's got to be a thing. Can't just be slack hotel staffing. Sorry Graham, S61. I'm not quite on top of flight radar at the minute. Trying to discreetly drink my tea. So I think this is that 737-400. Which I think is regular here. We certainly don't get many 400s in our neck of the woods. Yeah, now hot water and lemon, that does the trick as well. Didn't see any lemons on the counter. I saw, well, I was the lemon at the counter. Oh yeah, man, that's perfect. So we've got an EasyJet just to start its mission. About to take the dog for a walk. That rain is definitely inching this way. I think we might be, well, I don't know. The leading edge of the cloud is just about over my head. But I daren't put the protective lid on the broadcast box because everything's perilously hot. Where am I going to go with the camera? What can I see? Let's go over to the Dassault place, Gaff. It's a little bit pausing activity. To be fair, H. Dot, just looking at your comment about being timed out once in a conversation with Rab, Rab's had it coming. Sorry, buddy. think I might pick myself up a bit of after sun. Oh, Graham S61, thank you mate, that's 737-400 was off to Christina. Thumbs up from me. Easy on the move, easy on the eye. Blimey, tablet's got hot again. Got that little warning on it. 41%, that should get us home. Right, we've got a Tiddler inbound, a Pilatus PC-12 November Golf X-Ray, next generation. It's an NA to NA. So that's gonna be your next one. And if you just joined us on this fantastic Friday afternoon, it's Friday afternoon for most of the world, I guess, if not evening now, if you keep going east. Welcome to Geneva. Welcome to Plain Sailing Aviation's summer visit to Switzerland. First time at Geneva. And just to complete all introductions, I'm Mark. How you doing? Ready for the weekend? Well, if you are, we've got some plane spotting coming your way from Zurich tomorrow. Thumbnail's already out. Sunday's thumbnail will be out later this evening. And members, remember, well, I'll mention it tomorrow. Depending on the view I get from my room, might do a little half an hour Saturday evening, you know, with a cold one, and just point the camera, show you a few views, show you what's moving. But if the view's not that impressive or the windows need a good clean, I'll not bother. Turkish are on the move with their A321neo. Tell you what, that tea ain't off, hurt me up. If it weren't for the fact I got a train to catch, I could do another couple of hours. I'm in Boogie Wonderland. Christine, Rab's gone rogue. That's the worry. No, Deborah, definitely no snow. I was looking quite carefully on final approach just to see if there was anything snow-capped, but sadly none of the white stuff. Although the weird thing was, the rivers have got a really weird colour. I took a couple of pictures which I'll put on the Facebook group and the Ko-fi pages. It looked like, if you imagine you were painting something green and then put your paintbrush in thinners or some other brush cleaner, that's the colour of the rivers. It was kind of really weird. I definitely wouldn't have wanted to swim in them. Whether it's an optical illusion, I don't know, they've got chalk beds in them or something, I don't know. But boy, they almost look radioactive. Ooh, KLM pushing back. Let's have a bit of that. Farewell, my Dutch friends. Much love to KLM, the Smiley Dolphin. Ooh, helicopter alert. Wouldn't it be really good if that was a Swiss tourist board sending a chopper to take me to Zurich? Shame we haven't got the chopper emoji in the suite. Oh, lightning. I've just seen the biggest, fattest, just over there, the biggest rod of lightning you've ever seen. Well, that's an exaggeration, but I saw it out the corner of my eye. We've got a thunderstorm inbound as well, so it's way over there at the minute. To be honest, that is the first time I've actually been on a live stream when there's been an electrical storm imminent. That was a fat one. I'll leave it long, that way you might see it. You can generally tell, can't you, time-wise, between the flash and the bang, how far away it is. Although I probably wouldn't hear that with my headset on. Yeah, Hammy, it's definitely folding. No getting away from it. Good news is, from here to the train, I don't need to go outside, so I'm alright with that. Les thinks it might drift past. That might be a quirk of the mountains, mightn't it? Turkish lined up. We only want half an hour. Keeping an eye on it though, because I reckon I'm short odds to get electrocuted if it does come overhead. Air France just taxiing by with their A220. Tell you what, let's have that and pick up the Turkish on the roll. Ooh, busy. I'll let the chat self-police on what this might be. No, Deborah, that was definitely a proper good old rod of lightning. A real deal. Thanks, Rupert. That's cheered me up loads. Loving that comment. Apparently there's a lot of it about, and I'm not surprised. It is really close. As soon as that cloud cover started to thicken, it went from just being stinking hot to being incredibly close. Be interesting if the broadcast holds. We're at 3 hours at the minute. Just need another 30 minutes to complete the show. That's where the better weather is. Let's go for the Skywatch. Panorama. Sky is pretty much the same all the way over to the airport now, so there may be trouble ahead. In other words, something about let's face the music and dance. Oh right, thanks Rupert. That chopper, the red chopper we saw earlier, was a regular rescue. Don't worry Alibi, I'm definitely going to bug out. I'm literally watching the sky for more of that. That was a fair way out, but it was out in the mountains. But I reckon I won't be doing anything heroic. I'd rather finish 15 minutes sooner. Besides which, the brolly that is on top of the camera looks a fantastic little lightning conductor. Well, there you go. Fast as Funk's nailed it. I don't need to worry too much. I just need to concentrate on closing the show. Foxy B is in the house. Good afternoon, Laura. How are you doing? Happy Friday. Let's just hope Kuwait get out the door on time. That's what we need. The good news is cloud cover is starting to cool the tablet down a bit. Still take the skin off your hand, but it takes a bit longer. VistaJet in from Hanover, operated by VistaJet Germany. Your next plane. Is that the shortest flight of the day? Thinking not. Departed 1 hour 17 minutes ago. Right, next in is an EasyJet from Brum, Birmingham, as we know Brum in the UK. So EasyJet from Brum, followed by EasyJet from Giza, or Giza. Oh, tiddler alert. Looks like Abby is off on another flying lesson. Right, the EasyJet from Birmingham is just about behind the tower. So we'll pick it up in a jiff. Thank you, Rob. Fingers crossed for that 330. I can go an extra 5 minutes if that's what it takes, possibly 10, but I'd not do more than that. But I do want to see it go. Air France taking the centre stage next. Thank you, Christine. While there's moonlight and music and love and romance, let's face the music and dance. Oh dear. Was that good for you, Hammy? So EasyJet from Giza is the next plane in. Air France on their way out. Sorry, I'm zooming quicker than the atmospheric conditions are really good with, so it's tending to just wobble the focus if you close it too fast. Unaccustomed as I am to such heady conditions. Hammy, I've disabled it, mate, on your account anyway. Andy P. What can I say, man? Oh, hang on, what's Scottish Linda up to? Off to go and get Robin, finishes school. Oh, they're back to school now, ain't they? Catch you tomorrow, Linda. Thank you so much for that gifty. And I've just caught myself a telescope. Oh, there you go. Here's a telescope. As Tony Rivers might say, one blooming job. In my defence. Just old Swiss in Star Alliance trim, pushing back. Next inbound, I think might be a Bizjet. Let's have a look. A Globe Air Cessna Citation Mustang, Austrian registered, inbound from Bolzano. It's only an hour away. Never heard of it. This is me. Star Trek is Star Trekking across the universe, only going forward. In fact, it's in reverse. The song don't work, does it? Oh well, I'll stop. I suppose I ought to get a bit of that. Wheels are still on the deck. Wheels on the bus go round and round. Round and round. I bet you're glad you're not sitting next to me on the train to Zurich tonight. I'm feeling very chirpy. Don't know what was in that tea, but by jingo. Thank you, Christine. Smile and a hug from me. Let's do a final check on likes, shall we? If you get to drop a like, please do, but if you've not enjoyed it, no hard feelings. I don't know. Carnage indeed on the telescope front. Ooh, that Mustang's here. See, I can spot that. Okay, next in, another EasyJet, this one from Mons. Not this one, of course. So remember, gang, live again from Switzerland tomorrow, changing venue, back to Zurich. Good afternoon, good evening I guess for Mary. Mary Brock, how you doing my sweetheart? Amy, if you turn up on time tomorrow, I'll try much harder not to croon, but I'm not promising. I can't put the emoji back either, Rab. We don't have enough emojis at our disposal, and it was easy to leave that one out. I'll tell you what, Laura, Foxy B, I've got a funny feeling that tonight's train journey, if it all runs on, if you pardon the pun, rails, will probably have me wanting to return to do a proper rail trip. Right, Star Trek is on the telly, so that's where we're pointing. Oh, Swiss inbound. How late can I leave it? Late enough, I think. On the push. Push, baby, push. Well, we never saw that come in, but we're going to see it go. Mary Brock, don't tell anybody about the EasyJet thing. Before you know it, you'll be knee deep in them. Indeed, Alibi, calling Eddie. Oh, where Eddie is actually. I thought he might be in the show. Hey up, Carol Ann. How you doing, Carol Ann? Happy Friday to you. Yep, we've got a sing zone emoji and a no sing emoji. Yin and a yang. Strangely, the sing one never gets used. Whereas the nose sing one, if I include it, seems to get spammed. I thought I might be developing heat stroke earlier on, so I was just going to write it all off to that, but since I've had that cup of tea, I feel like Barney's bull. There goes our ERJ 145, long range. So, finale. That's our finale plane, although I don't know if it's transponding. Bit of a pirouette on the centre deck, doing donuts. I think we've got another biz inbound. Oh baby, a Dassault Falcon 7X coming your way, NA to NA. I can just see it in the gloom, so do not adjust your sets if you like the Falcon. Beautiful tri-jet. 9 more likes for 200, says Alibi. Folks, it will be lovely to close today out with 200. Say la vie. If not, right, there's our Falcon 7X. Somewhere behind the tower, but it's about to break into view. Swiss 220 in front of me, just winding up to go, but editor's preference says stay with the tri-jet. Somebody is on the roll. Ooh. Swiss Air with their Star Alliance livery. I thought that had gone. Easy bye, amigo.
Papa, c'est quoi cette avion bleue? Ah ouais. C'est quoi ça? C'est pas quoi ce
Star Trek is rolling.
Pardon? Vous voyez pas bien?
Quite a few folks on the viewing deck now. Ooh, somebody going early. Friday, isn't it? So why not? Hey up, Gary Fleming. Good afternoon to you, buddy. Also, hi to Alison McDonald. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, Craig, you've got to be careful. Rab's in hawk mode. The way he chucks those telescopes about. Oh dear. Oh, Mary, good night to you as well. So I'm working back up the chat. I don't know about ignoring no singing alibi. It's a bit like the telescope phenomena.
Mais papa, là on dirait
Just
trop qu'il
miss
est
the
derrière
moment.
la piste. Suisse. On dirait qu'il est
Ooh,
derrière
like
la
this.
piste devant. Toucher la piste. Vous avez vu, ça a fait un nuage quand il a touché la piste. Quand il a touché, papa, il fait comme ça. Quand il décolle, il fait comme ça.
Swish. That might be my plane of the day. Let's see a few details. Oh, Emirates are pushing. So you're going to get the Emirates, even if you don't get the Kuwait. But I think there's enough in this for all of us. Go on, tablet. Tablet is having a right mare. It's gone cold, but it's acting very strange. So the inbound aircraft was an Embraer Lineage 1000 D Annie in from Nice. A helicopter movement. KLM are lined up to go. Swiss are going first though. Wayward on me, by me, not the pilot. Ah, nice one, Rob. Looking forward to celebrating it with you. Ooh, I see a milestone moment in the chat as well. Bev, Rainbow Love, celebrating the 4-month milestone. Time flies when you're having fun. Loving Geneva. Well said, Bev. That's just me taking a couple of photographs.
What is this EasyJet?
I'm loving that. My plane of the day. Calling it now. Okay, then we're rolling.
Is it? Really makes me forward.
EgyptAir are going. What a finale we've got. Definitely putting the F in finale, which is much nicer than the F in FFS. I'm in love with the plane. I wonder if it's as good inside as it looks on the outer. Not familiar with the Lineage 1000. Is it an exact thing or just an earlier forebear of the EasyJet series? Hammy is going plane of the day on EgyptAir. Well, let's give the Handmeister a closer look. This would have been mine, I think, most days. Amongst the scheduled ones in today's show, definitely love it. So we've got a plane on final approach, fairly longish finals, as they seem to be. Sun Express inbound from Antalya. It's going to be an extra arrival as we get to the back end of the show, so that's my calculation now. It is 15:28. I'm pretty sure we're going to get the Emirates, and we may finish on the Emirates rather than the Kuwait A330. But 20 to 4, definitely I'm going to pull the plug without further ado. With some nice goodbyes. You've been a really supportive bunch of friends, so thank you so much. Emirates is coming my way. Let's have a closer look. Oh, we're getting the finale. Kuwaitis are pushing as well. Well done, everybody. Oh, I might not have had any milk in my tea. I've definitely got the cream at this end of the show. $200 likes up, says RabH and HGC. Thank you so much. Loving that emoji spam as well. RabH, there's Donaldson, Linda Cooper and Yorkshire Biker, all giving it a pounding. Nicely done. Tell you what, my attention span. Oh no, we've got a plane coming in. Is that Sun Express? So let's stay with it. I wanted to go back to the 777. So next inbound is a Time Air Hawker Beechcraft 400 XP, detailing its way in from, cue drum roll, Dusseldorf, where it departed about an hour ago. Next departure, EasyJet A320 to Barcelona, holding short at the minute, waiting for that Beechcraft to get over the tarmac. If you've just joined the show, welcome to the finale. Two big planes ready, coming your way. Plane on shot, and just behind it is the Kuwait A330 800, which you might be able to hear in the background. Quite swish. So the triple is second to go. B. The Lineage 1000 is also Rab's plane of the day. Good eye there, mate. Good eye. Craig McLean, you legend, gifting another membership, which I make 7, unless I've lost count. Unbelievable. Which went to Matt Cox, who I see is a red badge, so is a returner. Matt, I hope you enjoy it. Welcome back to the PSA Crew Lounge. Right, I think what I'll do, so if I'm wobbling things slightly, it's just doing what I like to do. Start taking things down without closing it down. I can save a bit of time then, and then we're not short changing ourselves on the planes. Can't be doing that. Don't come all this way to come away. Oops, empty tarmac. EasyJet rolling. EgyptAir next to go. Nearly went off in a... Oh. Go on, Mark. Stick with the original plan. Got the window open. Are they waving? Probably not. Right, let's get to the super Egyptian Air livery that is rolling. It's going to come into shot now. Tell you what, somebody is well into final approach as well. Just going to watch this. I think there's enough separation to Just looks exciting. Kuwait moving. I told you that was going to be close. You can't telescope me on that one, surely. It was a telescope technically. What was actually happening is I was thinking about how I can start pulling bits to pieces to expedite a good getaway. Let's have a look. I bet there's a telescope in there. Yeah, you're right, Phil, at SCO. There is something really classy about the EgyptAir. Get your words out, Mark. Alright. Emirates just lining up. Inbound aircraft is EasyJet. It's an EasyJet Switzerland in from Salerno in Sicily, I think. That's going to be your next arrival. Still a fair way out at the minute. So I'm going to carry on taking things to bits. Don't worry, it'll be alright. Come on, out you come. Give it up. It's like a game of Kaplunk. Alright, what's to dismantle next? Tell you what, nothing until this goes. Then we can at least finish with the 777. Then I'll pull a few more leads out whilst we await the Kuwait A330 to line up. A lot of birds overflying. A lot. Right. I'm going to step out of flight radar now, powering that down, so it's not being packed away in a red hot state. Although things have ooh, lightning. You can hear the people on the terrace there. Coming from that away. I believe the camera long while I continue taking things to bits. Hope I can get one more of those on shot. Wasn't as good as the first one, but it was plenty bright enough. You certainly wouldn't want a haircut if it hit you. That's just to scare the birds off. I was saying there was a lot of birds overhead. The airport agree. So I'm still going to leave you fairly long in case we get another lightning burst. Okay, so we are small minutes away from the final plane of the show. Thank you, Rob. Thank you, everybody. In fact, let's just do credits while we wait for that to go. So, my notes are usually scruffy. Today is no exception. So, Maverick79, thank you so much for your very kind super chat. Craig McLean, who gifted memberships in 3 tranches, 7 gifties from Craig, awesome support friend. H-Stock, also awesome, gifting us 5. Staying awesome, Alibi 58 with a Ko-fi donation, super generous. Eve Sean super chatted us twice, and I finally learned how to say Eve. Scottish Linda, thank you so much for gifting a membership. Jonathan McD gifting us 5, super generous from Jonathan and Claire, who also gifted us 5. It was fantastic to welcome Rainbow Love, or Bev as we all know her, back into the confines, the hallowed confines of the PSA Crew Lounge. Bev also celebrated and activated that 4-month, get the words right, milestone. Awesome stuff. Come on team, get this plane out. Good afternoon, Yanis Mutafis, hello to you. Scottish TV Gold, hello to you. Hi to DR. Hope I've not missed anybody else that's just recently entered. AJ is in the show too. How you doing, buddy? Hope all is good. Lots of telescope emojis, so I think I'm kind of caught up with that. So I'm going to carry on taking things to bits. I can't make the fan stop. This little fan that I've bought. 1, 2, 3. Oh, I've succeeded. So you can see where the noise is coming from. There it is. Thank you, Linda Cooper. It's been mega fun. I love Geneva. To all the PSA members that voted for Geneva last October, well done. This is yours. Right, ATC, you've got to release that 330 because I'm about out of time. Oh, hang on, wait a minute. Alison McDonald, thank you so much for joining the PSA Crew Lounge. Smashing to have you with us. Big smile at this end. Yep, they're lining up. We're in business. So I'm going to carry on taking bits to bits. There's a lot of bits in that sentence. There is an inbound aircraft, but I'm going to cut the feed pretty much as soon as this one goes. Tell you what, I'm just going to go to camera momentarily, as is my wont. Thank you everybody, you've been utterly awesome. What can I say really? It's been fantastic. It's just like you're all here with me. Let's do it again tomorrow. Zurich. Hold that thought. So, dear friends, final plane of the show. Not sure they're scaring the birds now as much as shooting at them. I think they've gone past the you've had your warning phase. Anyway, see you tomorrow, live from